Hello, love. So, what is Extinction Rebellion about for you? I think that's what we each have to find in our authenticity. I mean, I'm instinctively rebelling against many things that have not been right for me for years and years. And so, some part of me just loves this excuse of the world ending, of humans going extinct in order to be more brave. But isn't that sad? Why not be more brave? Just be more brave and assume we will continue as humans, that we will be able to meet this crisis head on and exchange our laziness and our entitled little comfort habits for longevity. So I discovered for myself that I just need to leave where I'm living. I'm moving to Mexico now. I need to go somewhere where I have experienced community on a powerful, heartfelt level. That's where my daughter was born, actually. So I'm going to the little town where my daughter was born to reestablish myself in my authentic joy. So is that selfish? Or is that actually your right and your job is to reestablish yourself in your authentic joy? So let's think about what this means. So for me, it means like I'm liquidating all my belongings. It's just like it's a mess in here. Well, not actually a mess because I've been letting go of things. And I am actually going to be staying in my car for a little while I transition. A borrowed car actually, because I gave my nice car, to my daughter. And I have collected the belongings I feel are most essential to live by. And that's a really interesting thing to do. If you're going to streamline your life to be living authentically and to rebel against everything that has kept you from your joy and everything that keeps the fossil fuel train going, then you kind of start, I don't know, I start looking around like, okay, the bags that carry food without it having to be any more plastic, those are important items to keep. The puppets that allow me to do political and joyful satire are important to keep. The tiny PA system that allows me to sing and share my soul with the world, that's worth keeping, but not the big PA system that encumbers me and I can't carry on my own. That I gave to my daughter's great musician boyfriend, and I hope he'll be very empowered by it and that they will just sell it if it starts to encumber them. What else to keep? So, a pen and paper. I find that if I can't write my thoughts to communicate something to give to the world, that's when I start to get really frustrated. So a couple pens and papers are really good to keep. Some beautiful clothes and jewelry are really joyful for me. I'm going to keep some of those. And this sheepskin, this sheepskin is a way I can sleep in my car as needed. Why am I doing this car thing? I had wonderful rental situations set up for myself, and then I realized, wow, the amount I will spend for that rental for 2 months is the same amount I will spend for 6 months in Mexico. And I don't want to exchange those 6 months of creative, empowered time for 2 months in some nice little, room in a friend's place when I'd be just as happy in my car. More happy, more free, more adventuresome. You see how this is a pretty intense, radical path. It's not that you should give up your belongings. That might not be your authentic path to joy at all. You might own your home, and this allows you to be a strong, powerful, stable influence for your community, and actually allows you to help people like me who are doing radical work. But the process of eliminating excess that keeps you entangled and confused and burdened, that's a really great thing to do, is to just let it go. So the biggest joy and the biggest challenge, with all these little things that we've collected and bought, and to really, the letting go is exciting. It's powerful, and I feel freer every moment. So I encourage you to look around you. I got my CDs, created in such a way that they are just like all the best CDs. And music's really important to me. But that's a lot to carry. That's going to be too heavy. So I've got to upload it to a computer. And then all of that weight will just be in the computer I'm carrying anyway for my solar work. Yeah, how will I make a living? I'll just do solar online, because I also realized the fossil fuel thing of me driving all over the state to help people in person is not sustainable for me energetically or for the planet, and it also doesn't allow me to help that many people go solar. So get creative, darling. Get creative about what do you need to let go of in order to fully follow your bliss and to be a little more, take more risks to find your bliss and your freedom. Okay, whatever those are, and stick with what matters. Like, don't give up. If you own land and property, I would say that's the most important thing in the world a person can own. I would like to own a home and a place to have a sustainable living center. That's my goal. One of them to invite you all to. But on the other hand, right now, maybe I should just go to all the sustainable living centers and help out. Okay, so freedom, authenticity, and letting go of what you don't need. Number one step for me. Thank you, darling. We're on to the next